the team task allocations. I followed up on the department's projects. I've been investigating some possible speakers for annual congress, and I've held the symposium that ended this morning.
Can I just test the mic real quick?
No.
Okay, technical.
No, it's working.
Where's the turn on button?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not.
sorry? Where are we? What? Where
Which
are
one?
we? 9:46.
This is no. Yeah.
It
Working.
was.
Thank you, Diego. I open the floor for questions on updates. Okay, I have a point of new. Okay, so I have after Portugal, and then I will take scrutineer.
A microphone
To after Portugal.
After Portugal, thank you for the update. Oh, sorry. So you stated in your report, in your department reports are pointed out that the communication with the RC, educational officer, was kind of complicated sometimes. So how did you overcome this problem?
You're talking about my report or my department's reports?
Both.
Diogo, Vice President of Education. Yeah, what I noticed in the communication with the educational officers from the RC was that sometimes there was better communication from one of the educational officers with me. Like it was easier to communicate than the other one, and one of them was more responsible for the symposium and was more towards the symposium. The other one was more for workshops and trainings, and so the rest of the social program that doesn't include the educational program that doesn't include the symposium. And that is why sometimes it was a little bit difficult and confusing discussing all this information, because I was discussing some things with one, some things with the other. And then there were some last minute issues that had to be solved, and because the information was kind of split, it was not that easy to tackle those issues as I would like.
Okay, thank you. Then I have CPSA Croatia.
Hiva, CPSA Croatia. Are you satisfied with the input of member association for the speakers database?
Dear Vice President of Education, I can't say that I'm satisfied, but I don't have a problem with it either, because for the speakers database now, when I'm organizing an event, I tend to search for speakers on Google or something, and through platforms that have information about events on a certain topic, in this case the topic of the events we are hosting, and then search for speakers that are delivering lectures on those topics through those platforms. So now it is how I'm working on finding speakers. Like, it could be more, and I will promote speakers database more, but for now it is not crucial, and it's not in my to-do list for next month or two.
Thank you, Diego. Do I have any direct? If not, I will take AFEP Austria.
Rian, AFEP Austria, how much time did you invest into your handover, and how was your communication with the past Vice President of Education?
Dear Vice President of Education. So as you can see, my previous Vice President of Education, apart from being the Vice President of my educational department last year, is also President, so from the team and working closer to EPSA, so the connection was never lost. We had several meetings and we planned some handover projects during that time to develop and to get to know better and to tackle some of the situations that happened during the mandate of Vice President of Education. So yeah, I consider it was good.
Thank you, Diego. Any directs? If not, KMPSV the Netherlands.
Imke, KMPSV Netherlands. At first I wanted to say thank you for the symposium, I really enjoyed it. What I noticed was that the educational program was announced a little bit too late because it was only 1 week before the autumn assembly started, so what's the reason for that?
Dear Vice President of Education, yeah, as I told APEF, there were some last minute issues, some speakers that cancelled both for symposium and for workshops, that we decided at that time, instead of leaving a vacant spot for them, to try to find another one to tackle that missing spot. That was the decision that me, in collaboration with the EDU officers, made, and we could replace. There was just one speaker for the symposium today that cancelled, that we could not replace, but that was more last minute than the others, and our decision was to, for the one that cancelled today, was not to go, leave that spot and just go with it.
Thank you, Diego. I have a direct from KMPSV.
Janine, KMPSV for the Netherlands. I was wondering, how are you going to improve that at the next congresses so that you make sure that they are on time then?
Dear Vice President of Education, I think the main improvement point, and it was also something that I gathered from LS Day and from team meeting, is to start planning, not planning, but working on the event way before. And when I say way before, is, for example, we are in this GA deciding the topic for next autumn assembly and starting to work already on that. And it goes for a number of reasons, a lot of different reasons. One of them is to guarantee that we have the speakers really confirm with that, forgot the word. No, but just to make sure that they don't quit, but also to try to get better speakers, because most of the times when you try to contact like the high speakers for that topic, they usually have agendas booked until I don't know when. So if we start way before, we have a better chance to get those speakers to come to our congresses.
Okay, I have a direct from EPSA, Portugal.
Marko for Portugal. So I would like to know if you intend to do the timelines for the next annual congress.
Direct from Diogo.
Annual congress. So now, next the big one.
No, for the in Bulgaria.
Okay. Your Vice President of Education. I've been already searching for speakers for some time now, and I've also been liaising with people from Brussels to gather more input on that. So I'm already working on the annual congress for some time now. So yeah, that's already being done.
Thank you. Any more directs? If not, I have VFSO Belgium. Drop.
Doreen, VFSO Belgium. I was wondering why the educational booklet was released only one day before the registrations, and if it would be beneficial to, if the educational program is not complete yet, to release a provisional educational program or booklet, and what you think about that.
Dear Vice President of Education, yes, I was stating, the last minute cancellations made us change some things. For the provisional booklet, I created one with the letterhead of EPSA, and I published in the participants group with all the information that I had for that moment. And so the participants could read the information and then could register for the educational program with the right informations. And then some days later came the design version, which had, I think, one more abstract that was missing from the provisional one. So I think it's in these kinds of situations that, of course, we should avoid. It's a decision to take in consideration.
VFSO Belgium, direct.
Okay, I understand, but still, it was even the provisional program was very late, in my opinion. It's a huge document to go through. So participants, if they want to select their program, they want to read carefully and they need to invest some time in it. So I would propose to release it earlier. And are we going to receive a printed version of the educational booklet this Congress?
So for the first part, I agree. The second part of the printed version, the reception committee didn't give me any information about it.
Okay, do I have any new direct? If not, I have SSFD Slovenia.
Katja, SSFD. So the Eventbrite platform has been used for some time now for the registration process. So I was wondering, did you encounter any problems with the process, and do you have any recommendations for the future? Thank you.
Dear Vice President of Education, yes, I encountered some technical difficulties, above all because I find it's easy to use for basic actions, but if you're trying to do more, it gets more complex, of course. And it was something that I didn't know by then. And to tackle the issues that have been occurring, so for the wrong registration sometimes. One more time, I got some feedback during DLS day to rethink about the video and the way I approach the information that I pass about the Eventbrite platform registrations. So maybe have a meeting with all the LSs explaining everything about the education and social program registration, because it's also there. Very detailed, to try to help you and to try to help me, of course, to pass this information to the participants, and in this specific case to the participants of your delegations.
Direct from BPHD Germany.
Concerning BPHD Germany, are you investigating in alternatives to Eventbrite so far, or are you, although there are some problems, do you want to stick to the program?
Dear Vice President of Education, yes, I will stick to the program for now, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to investigate on some alternatives. And that's it, I will investigate and see what do I find.
Do I have any more direct? If not, next on the list is AFL Portugal.
Drop.
Okay, and then I have BPHD Germany with no comment.
Drop.
Okay. Any more comments, questions, feedback? Then Eva.
Eva President. So then I will provide feedback to Diogo. So yes, there were some technical difficulties with the educational program, but I think in the end you did your best and you handled everything, and in the end everything was delivered. So congratulations on that. I think you're doing a very good job, and yes, just keep doing what you're doing. There's another big event coming, and then the future events that you should already start working on. So yes, good luck with everything, and I think we're all here for you if you need any help.
Thank you. Before we proceed, I would just kindly would like to remind G8 that no alcohol drinks are allowed here because of Torzo. Thank you. And we will now proceed with Marko, Educational Affairs Coordinator. So Marko, if you could please come up.
Hello, Marko, Educational Affairs Coordinator. So since I submitted my report, a few things have happened regarding the LEAP. We established a full library section, so you can visit our platform and investigate it. We have there now a few more sections, and it would be like kind of literacy, advocacy, and publications we're having as well. So we will publish there also educational outcomes from our events and from different webinars. Regarding the methodology booklet, you received the mail from me, so it is finally launched, and I expect from you to share it with your faculties and with your deans as well, because we really need kind of input from them, and I would like also some feedback from you. We are having on our website the methodology booklet page box small regarding feedback, so when you read it, please provide feedback, because the next survey will be launched in 5 years, and we really want to improve it and to kind of, if possible, shorten it a little bit. But I'm really grateful for everything you did and you shared, and we collected all answers, and I think that we did, like, altogether, really great job. Also, regarding the educational program, I established some new contacts for AC. I was talking with Diogo, and we exchanged mails and everything, so we are already in the process of educational program. Yeah. So and joint working group is finally established since the last report, so I'm involved, and we will have soon meeting, and I will see how is it going, and you will be informed, and the EPSA team. So yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Marko. Do I have any new comments? Okay. So it will be KMPSV, then I have APA, then I have you, and then I have...
Janine, KMPSV the Netherlands. I really liked the methodology booklet. I saw it in my mailbox. But I read that you're going to share it with the faculties and our deans. Are you going to do that in contact with us? And or are you just going to approach them? Because in the Netherlands, the contact with the faculties is on our local associations and not on national level.
Marko, Educational Affairs Coordinator. So regarding the methodology booklet, I will be in touch with you, and like any kind of difficulty or issue you have, you can always approach me. We can find all together some solution if regarding deans or professor faculties, whatever, and also share it with your local associations if possible. If feasible for you, if not expensive, you can print it to make sure that the mail doesn't end into the spam section from the faculty. So yeah, I hope that's it. Yeah.
Direct KMPSV.
Janine, KPSV the Netherlands. So you are also going to send it to our faculties or not? I didn't understand.
Marko.
Marko, Educational Affairs Coordinator. That is still to be discussed inside of the EPSA team, so I will see with Nate and with Diogo what we will do, and I can inform you, no problem.
Okay, AFEP Austria.
Rian, AFEP Austria. My question is, how will you make people join this platform? There are many platforms that are similar to this one, and why should they take LEAP?
Marko, Educational Affairs Coordinator. So regarding LEAP, we're still in the pilot project, so we're still investigating how to cover everything so we can already kind of allure persons to register and to participate as well. I think that we are trying also through LEAP to promote all our educational content we are having, and also we have these submission forms where participants can share all educational outcomes and knowledge they gather through different activities and different events, and we are also having rewards that we are preparing, and we will issue at the end of each mandate the certificate regarding the participation. And also I'm trying to investigate some more rewards that wouldn't be connected just with a certificate, but some additional activities or benefits, something the way you can boost even more your intelligence.
Okay, thank you. Then I will take out of Portugal.
Matilda of Portugal. I'd like to give you some feedback. You are doing a really great job, so can keep doing everything. And I want to thank you to include a PEF training project in
Marko, Educational Affairs Coordinator. So regarding LEAP also, all of you and your members, like member local associations, national associations, whatever, you can always poke me if you want to share and to promote your local projects through LEAP, because in the pilot project we did it with APEF, and it went good. Like I think that we can all collaborate more, and we can also attract more students to the platform, and even from your association. So I think that it can be good also because I will have some overview how is educational content going in your country, so I can also help you out with some advices.
Okay, any direct? If not, Marko. Your new point.
Yeah.
I have Marko first. No, on the list within.
Okay. Yeah, I have prepared like LEAP platform. If some of you want, we can go through platform because it have changed a lot from the GA in Baarlo. So if you're willing, you can put the green card up. If not, you can go on the platform and investigate, and then there is a transcript as well. So however you feel, just please state your emotion.
Okay, thank you. Then I have AFEP Austria.
Jelena, AFEP Austria, maybe we didn't notice it, but is there a host for WHSS already?
Direct from Anja.
Anja, Vice President of Internal Affairs. We got one application from a medical association of South Africa, but we are having a meeting on the 22nd of November where we will actually vote on the host organization.
Direct AFEP Austria.
So the deadline is gone, you won't promote it anymore to find maybe another association who maybe wants to bid for that?
Anja?
Anja, Vice President of Internal Affairs. No, the deadline is over, so that's all we got.
Any more direct or questions? Comments, feedback? Diogo? Yes, technical level.
Eva, President, I think the GA wanted Marko to present LEAP to them, no? So maybe we can proceed with that first.
Okay, so this is the LEAP right now. As you see, we have home section, news section, learn section, library, claim, community, and my profile. The home is like the general, like introduction to the LEAP platform itself and what it offers and how you can benefit from. Then we have news section. On news section, we started promoting public health campaigns, chat with professionals, other activities we're having, and we can also promote your like external events from member associations. So if you feel like, just poke me and text me. Then we have Learn section. On the Learn section, there will be possibilities where you can educate yourself more, and we're planning to add the educational calendar as well into this part. And career page as well, we will link. Then we have the library section. As you can see, we have their literacy, advocacy, and the publications. So regarding literacy, that will be all outcomes we're having from our events, outcomes from the webinars, chats with professionals, whatever is possible from public health campaigns as well. Regarding the advocacy stuff, there is also a methodology booklet and some statements of opinions. And we have the publications, everything that EPSA is delivering, so you can go and also download and see what's new. Regarding the claim section, the main form is the main part is submission form. So we have 2 submission forms. We have general and we have event submission form. Regarding the general submission form, you're there putting the outcomes of all activities, webinars, trainings you attend, and share it through the form and through the events, because it's more like it contains bigger range of activities. It kind of concludes all event educational of one all educational program of one event, and you have also the examples how to fill the submission form, the general one and the events one, so you can open it, acquaint yourself, and you know the pattern. Also, we have the ranking system, still in an investigation to form it in a more better way and to motivate members to participate even more. Medals, well, yeah, the medals are prepared. So after Laura, our IT coordinator, established the process of awarding, because it's IT and it's a little bit complicated. I will inform you, and I will start with delivering medals, because we already have a lot of submission forms that should be awarded. And also tokens. Tokens will be the monetary value, as you see there, and you will earn them after you earn the medal, because each medal will have specific number of tokens. And the last, the community, you can see who is on the platform registered. And also we will have my profile. Also, one more information, since we had some issues regarding the registrations, now it is mandatory for every participant to state from which member association it comes from. That way we are sure that it is EPSA member, and I will from time to time check with LS's participants in order to make sure that everything is good. So that's it. Yeah. Now it is not logged in, but you can log in and investigate everything.
Direct questions? No? Sorry. DPSA, okay? Sorry. Just wait for the microphone, please.
Sally, BPSA UK. Just a quick question. Is there and sorry if I'm supposed to know this, but is there like a deadline as to when you can submit the stuff after the event, the outcomes?
Marko, Educational Affairs Coordinator. No, there is no deadline. The only thing that matters is the content you share.
Okay, if no one wants to add anything, then Diogo. Marko.
Your Vice President of Education. Thank you, Marko, and I would like to congratulate you one more. It will be more several times this year for your work. We've developed a lot, and you were always pushing forward with lots of emails. Methodology booklet finally out, finally, and it's really good to have a project that was struggling for a little bit and now finally out. So congratulations on that. Online activities spreadsheet is also progressing really well. You are keeping an overview of everything and contacting people. So thank you very much for all your work.
Okay, Eva, technical.
Yes, Eva, President. So Deborah, the Public Health and Social Services Coordinator, is unavailable right now because she's delivering a session. So we'll have to take her on one of the other days. And now we will proceed to the Science Coordinator, so Sanja.
Okay, so Sanja.
Hello, Sanja, Science Coordinator. Okay. Since the first team meeting in Slovenia, I have prepared 3 EPSA Science monthly editions under the topics Pharmacy of the Future, take a look into neuroscience and science of the urban health. Also, I have prepared and published ESSP. I have prepared 2 science workshops for this event. I have already established the communication and collaboration with the Petar regarding Science Day. Petar is educational officer of the annual congress. So I have started to work on the organization of Science Day. Regarding the science excursion, I finally established the communication with the RC and organized a science excursion for this event. And regarding the science blog is launched in the middle of September, and I have prepared 4 articles for it. That's all.
Thank you, Sanja. New comments, questions? Okay, I have Alpha Austria.
Rian AFEB Austria. Sorry, I have to scroll up. Give me a second. Based on AFEB students, we have a non-existing interaction with Science Monthly, and I also read some LS reports where they not only talked about Science Monthly but some other media that we have, and the conclusion is that it's not very effective. And for us, it is not the problem that the content is bad, the problem is that we have always information accessibility through the internet. So my question is, how will you make people engage more with Science Monthly?
Yes, I think that I didn't understand your question. The content isn't right, or?
No. The content is good. Sorry. What I meant is, even though the content is good, you don't, or at least in Austria, we don't have a lot of interaction.
Yeah.
My question is, how will you solve that problem?
I plan to focus more on promotion and also to prepare some promo material of the project so we can promote it through Facebook, Instagram, and other social media.
Any direct? Not for the Slovenia. Oh, is it direct to you? No.
Katja SSFD. As I understand the science excursion, it was supposed to be to a company called Phoenix Pharma, but now it's moved to the faculty, so I'd like to know the reason for that.
Well, the company didn't want to organize science excursion, so that's the reason.
Okay, direct? If not, APF Portugal?
It is APF Portugal. I just have a question for you. Do you have specific ideas for the LIP science section?
Yes.
Sanja?
Well, I intend to organize science workshops, science webinars, and to connect them to the LIB. Well, exact plan about topic I don't have yet, but I plan to focus more on that after the autumn semester.
Okay, if there are no directs, I have well, Portugal.
Margarida, IFFL Portugal. In your report, you say you want to invite a EPSA trainer to deliver a science workshop, but their expertise are like soft skills. Do you think this is really the focus of the workshop?
Sanja?
one of my workshops is present your scientific research, and the soft skills are very important for that part. So yeah, having a trainer is beneficial for this workshop.
Direct FFL?
Magdalena FFL Portugal, but that's a training, not a science workshop. That's what I'm trying to say.
Sanja?
Yes, I asked Marko. Marko is a trainer, but he is also engaged into science.
Okay, any more direct? If no, KNPSB the Netherlands.
Janine, KNPSB the Netherlands. In the Netherlands we had an online public health campaign, and on that time the science block was on the same subject, and I really liked it. Maybe you can incorporate it with, yeah, maybe we can do something that if EPSA does a public health campaign, the science block is about that subject.
Sanja?
I have that in my mind.
Direct? If not, then it's AFEP Austria.
Rian, AFEP Austria. I'm going back to my first question. I think we kind of missed what I was trying to say. Based on only Austrian interaction, I can't talk for everyone else. My question is the outcome worth the effort that you put in? Sorry. Because how many people, like I'm asking the GA now, how many people in your association read the Science Monthly or go onto the new blog?
Sanja?
I say no. Through the email, I received really nice comments regarding the Science Monthly.
AFEP, sorry.
Jelena, AFEP Austria, it's not about the content, and yes, of course you receive nice comments. It's about the interaction. How many students do interact with the Science Monthly, the Science blog from the member associations, and is your work, is your effort that you put in worth the outcome?
Exactly regarding the number of the students who read EPSA Science Monthly. I received a message from Romania, I think, and they said me that the number of students who read actually EPSA Science Monthly increased.
I have a clarification from EPSA. Okay. Technical, SOP.
Sally, BPSA UK. How do you guys... Sorry?
Could you please? SOP with technical.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, Sarah, SOP there, Marko. Could you please speak into the mic? Because I have a hard time hearing this.
Okay, clarification.
Sally, BPSA UK. How do you guys know how many people read it?
Sanja?
We don't know.
Mihai?
Mihai, PPPR, actually we can know, but I'm searching that now.
Okay, I have PhD Germany. Konstantin, PhD Germany. I have the feeling that this discussion is not leading anywhere now because you seem to misunderstand each other. Like, I really like the idea that we should find out how many people are really reading this. From my personal feeling, in Germany, not a lot of people are interacting, which is sad because it's a nice product. But still, we should really investigate how many people interact and how can we promote it. And I think that is just what AFET wanted to say. Mihai?
Mihai, sorry, PPR. So apparently with our website, the science blog was accessed last month 3,800 times, and the science month 1,000 times.
Thank you, Mihai. Do I have any direct? If no, I will take a new point from CPSA Croatia.
Eva, CPSA Croatia. So I wanted to ask you about the communication with the RC. You stated in your report that the communication was going well in the beginning. What happened afterwards? There were some problems about the location and stuff.
Tanya?
Well, they stopped to respond on our messages. So yeah, that was the problem. But at the end, we established the communication.
Direct? If not, I will take up with Portugal.
Matilda of Portugal. I think give feedback is really important, so I want to say that you are doing a great job, and I have a really good communication with you, and I think LSs, the other LSs too. So you are a great buddy too.
Next, I have Annette France.
Pierre Annette France. Maybe I missed the information, but will you plan to organize trying to plan next science excursion for the annual congress?
Sanya?
Yes, of course. I plan to organize science excursion not only for the annual congress, but also for the annual reception in summer university.
Direct France?
Do you already have some contact with them, with the RC or for the congress or the organizing team?
Sanya?
Yes, as I said, I have established the communication with the Peter educational officer, and he already made contract with some organization regarding the science excursion.
Any more direct? New comments? Diogo? No, wait. FFFL?
Brigida FFL Portugal. One of the objectives stated that the EPSA strategic plan for science, of course, was the organization of activities that aimed to add postgraduated students. So what do you intend to do towards this goal?
Sanya?
Well, I plan to discuss that with Niţoiu as Vice President of Excel Department. Okay, I intend to find opportunities for the students to apply for PhD positions.
Any direct? New points, comments, feedback? Yes, CPSA Croatia.
Marin, CPSA Croatia. First of all, you're doing an amazing job. Your dedication is more than obvious. And I would just like to advise you that when actually publishing, launching the call for ESSP, you could do it earlier. So prolong the time period between the launch and the deadline. And why? Because people are always slow when translating their efforts, and for everything they need permission from their mentors. And as they had to consult on everything with mentors, it is of course time consuming. So just for the next ESSP, try to do it a bit earlier. Otherwise everything is amazing.
Sanya?
Thank you. I will have that in my mind.
Any new points? Diogo?
Dear Vice President of Education, thank you, Sanya, for all of your work. You are very well structured in your ideas and on your working methods, and it is very clear to see that that works really well, because for the past months everything was very well done, and your dedication for all the projects that you have is immense. So thank you very much for your work.
technical, Eva?
Yes, Eva, President. So Bernardo, our training coordinator, also had to step in for the educational program unexpectedly, so he's not available now, and we'll take him tomorrow morning in the first session. So with this, we will then proceed to the PR department.
Thank you, Eva. We will start with the Vice President of Public Relations. So, Mihai, if you could please present your updates.
Hello, everyone. So, since I submitted my report, I've been checking what promotions we need to do during AA. I've made posters for the EPSA board. I've been working on my workshop. I sent a list with the merchandise today for AA to Chris. I had a meeting with Nate regarding the external stuff and discussed the slim volume that was already updated and printed. I've been scheduling posts to social media. I've worked on the Google AdWords stuff. I had an EPSA presentation at SSFB External Week. I sent the SSFB for printing and it was printed. I made a poster for open call for meeting secretaries with engineers and photographers, and this was already completed. I've been discussing the social media competition with Seren. I'm doing visuals for it. And I delivered the newsletter in SSP to you.
Thank you, Mihai. Please comment, questions. Okay, I have AFEP Austria.
Jelena, AFEP Austria, I also want to ask you how much time did you invest in your handover during the summer? How was the handover like the other vice president? The same question.
Mihai, EPSA VPR. I've been having meetings with Claudia. Sorry, I've been having meetings online with Claudia. We had also PR department meetings, like joined with the current team and the elect team. I've been also chatting with her a lot, but the PR positions, not only the PR, is mostly working alone and learning and just not chatting, but asking your predecessor when you don't understand something, because it's not like something written. You have to discover most of it for yourself. Because yeah.
Okay, direct. If not, I will take SSFB Romania.
Krishan, SSFB Romania. You have stated in your report that something about slim volume. Can you explain what is that?
Okay, I have a point of information from Nate.
Nate, Vice President of External Relations. So basically, slim volume is a nice leaflet where all the EPSA projects are explained. So it's meant for our partners. So for example, we'll be giving them out at the annual reception. I take them with me when I go to external presentation. It's basically a concise information on EPSA meant for external parties.
Now I will take CPSA Croatia with new point.
Eva, CPSA Croatia. So as you are already 3 years in the PR department, what are your comments and what are your thoughts on the new position of social media coordinator, and has it made an improvement in the team and maybe some future plans for it?
Mihai?
Mihai, EPSA VPR. So the social media coordinator was like a nice addition, is low to say. This position is great because the VPPR can focus on the executive work and also on other tasks that she has. I can say mostly from the numbers of the posts and the follows and the likes we are just having someone focusing more on how to write a post, investigating how one post should be done for each social media platform. It's just
technical, Diogo.
Diogo, Vice President of Education. I would just ask for people not to sleep in the back, please. Thank you.
Do I have any directs on Mihai's comment? If not, next on the list is SHSFD Slovenia.
Katja, SHSFD. So in your report you stated that you are planning to update the Wikipedia page and add new languages to it. So how do you plan to add new languages?
Mihai?
Mihai, EPSA Wikipedia. So my first, the timeline on this is first to update the information there, because I think it was lastly updated. Yeah, it was last mandate. So after that, I will investigate on which languages to add in there. It's a little bit inconvenient because Wikipedia is not working like neither of the platforms we are knowing. Like it's not HTML or anything. It has another code language, as I can say, and I have to investigate on that because we don't have an explanatory guideline on how to write this. It's only research based.
Thank you, Mihai. Do I have direct? Just as if it is.
Katja, SHSFD. But who's gonna translate it all to the language?
Mihai?
Mihai, EPSA. How was done that last mandate? It was asked first from the team members that were native speaking of the language that was translated, then from the LSs and then the members and so on. So I investigate like on a team of people who to write this. I would say max like around 5. I think it's okay. Yeah. And if I can say that, I haven't thought still of which languages to add.
Do I have any more direct? Okay, technical.
I'm sorry, it's been like an hour now. My computer is getting really low on battery. Could you provide the plugs?
Wait up, point of information. The RC is working really hard on providing the extensions, so please hold on. Anybody has some new comments or direct? If not, Eva?
Yes, Eva, President. Now I can stand up.
Oh,
sorry.
FFL?
FFL Portugal. First of all, we would like to congratulate you on the events video that were shared, and also we would like to give you a suggestion of creating a new institutional video for EPSA, so it can be on the website and also be shared with the partners.
Direct? No? Then it's APF Portugal.
APF Portugal. Mihai, are you thinking to send us update promotional materials?
Mihai?
Mihai, EPSA. So I think you are talking about what we kind of discussed during last day, like having a folder with everything, like all the promotional materials for each project. Because I don't understand.
APF?
APF Portugal. I'm talking about like about the flyers and everything that we can show to our students that we ask.
Mihai, basically those are being sent as fast as they are like updated, but as I already said during LSD, we were talking about having a shared folder with you with all the promotional material for each year, and I really agree that I already been talking with Mariana on doing this on the EPSA library, and we'll have like for each mandate and for each project each subfolder with the materials for you to access easily.
Okay, direct. If not, I will take USF Czech Republic.
Anastasia, USF Czech Republic. Firstly, I would like to thank you for great work on newsletter, EPSA newsletter. And I have a question: when are you going to plan to publish the next versions?
Mihai?
Mihai, EPSA VPR. So the next version will be during annual reception, and then the next one will be during the annual congress.
Any new comments, questions? No? Eva?
Yes, Eva, President. So then I will provide my feedback. So as everyone's been saying, Mihai has been working really hard. He had a new position to implement, and I believe the position can be considered implemented by now. The promotion improved a lot, I believe, in this mandate with the new position, so we are all sure that it was useful. Yes, all we can say is thank you, Mihai. You've been very responsive. Even with last-minute requests, you communicated them to us so we could help you. And yes, all I can say is keep up the good work.
Thank you, Mihai. Now we will proceed with design coordinators. So please, Ines, if you could come up and give your updates.
Hello everyone, Ines, design coordinator. So since I submitted my report, I finished the methodology booklet design. I prepared the EIPG webinar on drugs shortage post. I did this chat with professional post. I created 2 new LEAP badges, one for the chat with professionals and another one for the autumn assembly. And I also did new mentoring project images to post online. For non-promotion, yeah, and there were, I think, 3 images on that, so that's basically it.
Thank you, Ines. Do I have new comments, questions? Yes, I have up in Portugal.
Marta back to Portugal. I just want to provide some feedback, Ines. We want to congratulate you on your work and creativity. All of the designs produced this mandate have been outstanding, and we really think and believe that helps a lot improving and give EPSA more visibility.
Do I have anyone else? Then I will take Mihai.
Mihai, EPSA VPR. I want to thank you, Ines, for all the great work you've been doing. Like, you are, I can say, like fast responding because you are greater than that. Even doing requests like half a day when they arrive, or yeah. And the designs, as everybody been saying, they look great, and keep up the good work.
Okay, next we will have IT coordinator, Laura. So Laura, please.
I guess so. Since I handed in my report, I have uploaded or created the library section on Leap, and I will connect them to the actual folders so that you can access the files. Plan to do that like today. And I have added some web pages on the EPSA website, amongst others the contact information for me, myself, for you guys to find me if your information is wrong on the website, so please do so. And since my report, that has been about it, because I've been here since my report.
Thank you, Laura. Comments, questions? Okay, I will take Mihai.
Mihai, so Laura is like always questioning, like she wants always to know more and more, and I really appreciate that. She has been doing great with the live stream now. This is the first time she is doing this, so she's handling very well, and also your responsiveness is great. And
please, thank you. Okay, next on the list is publications coordinator. So Zuzana, if you could come up and speak.
Alright, hello everyone. So since I'm taking my report, I have been working on the October monthly dose, which will be published after the Congress. Then I've been working on another blog post. I've been in touch with the mobility coordinator Baran and the respective association regarding the 3net and the interprofessional 3net. I've been also in touch with several members association regarding posts about their projects and activities. After the feedback from the LS Day, me and Ines, design coordinator, we decided that we will make a new monthly dose frame. And also I decided that I will be sending monthly reminders to LSs if they can send me information about their events. And I've been also collecting ideas for the publications and social media competition. And I've prepared the first attendees meeting with my advisors.
Thank you, Susanna. Do we have comments? Okay, I have Ken PSV.
Came Peace with the Netherlands. First of all, I would like to say that you're an awesome body. And then second, I noticed that the monthly dose printable versions are coming quite late because I haven't received the last one yet and the new one is coming out already. But is there a problem with like the design or what's the problem? What is it?
Susanna? Yes, Susanna Publications Coordinator. I'm sorry that was completely my fault as I've been quite busy with some other issues. I've put the materials together, but I didn't send it to Ines, so it's not with her. Also, the thing is, the design is made after the monthly dose is actually published and sent, so that's like why they are later, but I'm thinking on some other ideas how to send it all together in one.
Okay, next I have AFAP Austria.
Jelena, AFAP Austria, first of all, thank you for all your work so far, and I wanted to ask, based on AFAP students' non-existing interaction with Modo and comments we read also in the LS reports, we know that Modo is not, or we see it as a non-effective media. So Modo used to make a lot of sense back in the day when few or none had access to the internet, and we as AFAP also have a yearly magazine, and we already have problems with students reading this. We have magazines like Nature.
We get, when I send the monthly dose, people can click on it, read it, and open it, and we have around 80% opens and readings. So, and also regarding interactions, the monthly dose is sent to the subscribers, it's sent to LSs, and I think as LSs are the bridges between the associations, I think they should work on the promotion as well, because monthly dose is basically the last updates from the month in EPSA.
Okay, I have Mihai.
Mihai, EPSA, so I think there is a kind of misunderstanding there because you asked about how is the Modo like better than other scientific publication or yes.
Okay, clarification. Okay, AFAP Austria.
Jelena, AFAP Austria, it's not content-based or like why is Modo better, it's there is no interaction. Our students don't read it, and how are you going to tackle this problem?
Okay,
Susanna?
Alright, Susanna, Publications Coordinator. So we always, when the monthly DAOs is out, we share it on our social media, and then it's also sent to the subscribers to the subscribers of the monthly DAOs. You can subscribe to the monthly DAOs on the EPSA website. All those links are always sent to LSs. I always encourage them to share them with their association and with their members. So if AFOP students are not getting them, maybe I would like to ask you to share it with them to maybe make a better promotion. Like, otherwise, I'm not really getting what you are saying.
I have clarification from Ria.
Ria and AFAB Austria, the problem is not that they don't get it, they just don't read it. They have it or they see it, but they don't click on it.
Okay, I will take PHARMACEUTICAL, Romania.
Juana PHARMACEUTICAL Romania. I just wanted to confirm that Romanian students really do read the monthly dose, and I think it's really it really depends on how we do the promotion, because it's both LS's responsibility to do a good promotion. So congrats for the work you're doing. It's really good.
Okay, Ken PSB.
Janine Kane, PSV Netherlands. Maybe it's an idea to print it, because we have it in our local faculties. We hang it on the wall, and even though people might not stare at it for like 20-15 minutes, at least they see it like regularly, and they might show interest, and then maybe that's an idea for you.
Mihai?
Mihai, Pierre. So yeah, regarding the sharing of on Facebook or from our Facebook post of monthly dose, yeah, we can really measure that. But from the subscribers on the email list, I can say that even though the number dropped from like over 1,000 because of GDPR, the ones that are now subscribed has opened it over 80%. So I think that's.
Susanna?
Okay, so Susanna, Publications Coordinator. Now we have around 300 subscribers, and the clicking rate is around 80%. When we had around that 1,500, the clicking rate was around 25%. So I think you can just do the basic math. And also, monthly dose has a certain format. It's informing about the latest activities and projects of EPSA. So I cannot really change the content. I'm informing about what happened. So that's like for the interactions that I cannot change, like what is there.
Okay, any more comments, questions, feedback? Okay, Mihai.
Mihai, yeah. So Zuza, she has been doing great with the model. Also with the blog, the posts are coming, and the Meet the Team is also coming too, and I can't wait for that. The first blog post is already published. Read it. And then here at the Congress, she's so active with posting on the social media also, because she's also with us on the social media platforms, posting and stuff, and yeah, I want to congratulate her on this.
Okay, next is social media coordinator Seren. Since she's not here, Mihai will present updates on her behalf.
Mihai, here. So Seren, since she submitted her report, has launched the social media competition. She has been promoting the mobility survey and drug shortages webinar, and also the TNT.
Okay, thank you, Mihai. Do we have comments or questions? Up in Portugal.
Marta of Portugal. Thank you, Mihai, for the updates. I'd like to ask you, representing Serin, I want to know how do you determine the content published on Instagram stories? How do you determine? How do you select it?
Mihai, EPSA. So on the feed part of the Instagram, we are posting like normally on Facebook. We are trying to do a post per day. Also, we are publishing a lot about the external presentation in there, where teams are going to external presentation. And then on the story part of the Instagram, that's like, if I can say, spam, because this is in the end. And we are just taking photos during congresses like this. We are also reposting your stories. Please tag us, because we can do that if you don't tag us in those. And yeah, that's basically it.
Direct, Apep?
Thank you for your answer. We would like to suggest to invest on publishing, some more informative content about the association on Instagram stories, instead of just some random material, because we do that on our association and it really works well.
Clarification, Mihai?
I didn't quite understand if you said to post about EPSA or about your association.
Marta of Portugal, well, about more informative content about EPSA, for example. When you have a webinar, you also release some content on Instagram stories, because sometimes it's the best way to reach our students. For example, in UP Portugal, we realized that. It's just a suggestion.
Mihai?
Mihai, sorry. Yeah, so yeah, we've been doing actually this, but we are investigating on how to do this like in a more interactive way than just having the tools. Instagram is using the answers and the polls and everything. I know in Portugal you are having those nice videos, and I really like them, but it's also more time consuming, and we'll investigate more on this.
Do I have any directs? If not, I will take PSV the Netherlands.
Janine, KP to the Netherlands. I have a question about LinkedIn. How is it used? Like, do you use it a lot? Because I saw the content. But do you prefer like a company or a group? Are you considering like yeah? I don't know how to explain.
Mihai?
I know what you're saying. Yeah, the normal posts, we're trying to be as professional as we can be, as we all know that LinkedIn is a professional platform. Regarding the groups, yeah, we have the alumni group in there. Yeah, if you want, we can investigate more on including the students group, like.
Mihai?
Yeah, one thing we were also investigating on this was to include the job offers and the placements. As you can see, like the usual job offers that are posted in LinkedIn, but this costs money, so we wouldn't do that.
Okay, any more direct comments? Yes, BTS, are you okay?
Sally, BPC UK. I just want to say that I really love the informal feel of the Instagram stories. Like, I know we're professional, blah blah, but it is nice and it doesn't make us look like nerds. So, well done.
Okay, next I have South Bosnia.
Hello, Riyad from South Bosnia. Regarding the social media, like promotion and posts, since I was have some experience in that area, did you consider sponsoring your posts, like paying for Facebook posts, Instagram posts? I know the budget is detailed and everything, but it's not a lot. And regarding the mobility survey and something else, it would be really good to use it, and it would have a higher reach. Thank you.
Mihai?
Mihai, I'm sorry. Actually, we have like budgeted part in our budget for the promotion, like the paid promotion ads. On Facebook, we were been doing that. On Instagram, it's more expensive, and I wouldn't invest money on this because it's more new stuff, and it's yeah, as I said, it's more expensive. But we have to be careful on the advertised posts on Facebook because, for example, as you said, for the mobility survey, we once did this, as far as I remember, last mandate, and we were getting, this is like, sorry, this is part bullshit, we were getting responses from medians, and this is not what we are looking for.
Okay, do we have any more comments or questions? Yes, is it PSA Czech Republic?
Hello, Jiří, CZPSA Czech Republic. I would like to ask you, because of the statistics that your coordinator has in his report, the Instagram has less than 10% followers than the Facebook has. So, but almost everyone who has Facebook also has Instagram. So have you thought about connecting links to Facebook to get more people into the Instagram?
Mihai?
Mihai, sorry, yeah, we've been trying to do this. I started this month, I think, on the start of this month. I've been trying to do some combined promotions. I've been doing some visuals of the other social media, like on Facebook. I've been posting a visual saying that we have Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and so on for the others. I'm planning to do this also, like during the mandate. The thing is that the Facebook of EPSA was created, if I'm not wrong, was created before the Instagram was created. So this is the first thing why we are having less, and then.
Okay, any more comments or questions? I see now. Hi.
Yeah, I'll now feedback those seven. So she has been doing great. Like I don't know, at the start was a little bit confusing who has to do what, because the social media was part of mostly the BPPR last mandate. But she is now doing very well. She is taking care of our social media channels, and yeah, I see a lot of improvement with this position.
Eva with technical?
Yes, Eva, President. So if you see in the agenda, the next point would be the PC Autumn Assembly report, which we already took. So my proposal now is not to stop the GA, but to continue until the end of this session. And if it's okay, we will continue first with the strategic plan, and then if we still have time, with the BOT update. Is that okay for everyone? Okay, thank you. So yeah, strategic plan.
Okay, Eva?
Thank you, Eva, President. So with the strategic plan, we, the previous team, wrote a new one for the period of between 2018 and 2021, and that was approved last mandate by the GA. It's also available. It was also available in the GA package now, so you could check it out. In addition to that, we also created a document with more measurable outcomes, because that was also something we had to deliver for the Erasmus Plus grant application, and that's what we've been following. So in that document we set plans for specific years, so 2018, 2019, and so on. And in regards to 2018, I will provide an update on what we're still planning to do based on that document. So first of all, there's some minutes that will of course still need to be delivered, so the team meeting minutes from now and these GA minutes, and we're also still missing the 50 meeting minutes from the previous mandate, but we've been working on that with the previous Secretary General. because there have been some technical difficulties. Then in regards to the activity tracking, because there are some outcomes where we state that we will increase the number of subscribers and so on and so on. We've been doing that through the EPSA calendar. So the version that you guys receive is only a list of things that are happening, but in our version we are also tracking the numbers. So for example, how many people clicked on a post and so on and so on. So we're keeping track through that. We still need to deliver the summer university and autumn assembly educational outcomes. LEAP was launched and the guidelines were written and accepted, and the handbook is planned for next year, so 2019. We also still need to write some reports on joint projects. With the joint projects, I mean projects with IPSF, with ENSA, with ESAS, and so on and so on. In regards to the humanitarian mobility project, as you probably saw on social media, an idea was accepted by the team during the team meeting, and it will be presented to you. We're also planning national INP coordinators training. We still, of course, need to deliver some EduProf meeting minutes, and in regards to a position paper that we promised to deliver in 2018, that is planned for the mobility position paper to be released before the end of the year. So if you have any questions on that or any other comments on the strategic plan, if you feel we're not focusing on something enough and so on, please share so we can take your opinion into account, because of course everything we do is for our members, so it's important to know if you feel we're lacking in some places.
Thank you, Eva. So, do you have any questions? I see none. Okay, KMPs with the Netherlands.
Janine, KMPs with the Netherlands. It's nice to hear that you're keeping up with the strategic plan, so yeah, so good. I really see that you are putting so much effort in it. I would propose that we might add, like, to the strategic plan for the GA package, that you could add like a line on every single subject, like, oh, we did this or we're doing that, because then we could read it in advance, and not now at the GA we could think about more.
Thank you, KMPSB. Do we have more? None? Eva? Then we will proceed to the Board of Trustees. Eva?
Yes, Eva, President. So we have some updates in regards to the EPSA Board of Trustees. So the new one, so for the period between 2018-2021, was elected in the last GA, so in Baarlo. But we will propose to update it a bit. The reason behind this is that one of the Board of Trustees members, Jamie Wilkinson, no longer works for PGEU, so the pharmaceutical group of the European Union. His affiliation changed to Amgen, but he has accepted and he's willing to stay. But we would still like to have someone from the PGEU present in our Board of Trustees, since they are an important EPSA partner. So we have contacted the new Secretary General of PGEU, Ilaria Passarani, and she accepted. So maybe if I could have her bio, Anda? So she, as I said, she's the Secretary General of PGEU. This is the organization that represents the European community pharmacists. She provides strategic direction and leadership to the organization while managing the day-to-day operations of PGEU and its ongoing relationships with its member associations and other stakeholders, as well as representing the community pharmacy sector in various European and national associations. Before joining PGEU, she worked as head of the Food and Health Department at the European Consumer Organization. She also served as a member of the European Medicines Agency Management Board, and she graduated cum laude in Economics and Management from Bocconi University in Italy. She has been an honorary researcher at the Faculty of Health, Medicine and Life Sciences at the Maastricht University, the Netherlands, since 2010. So we believe she's a good person to add to our Board of Trustees. So if you have any comments on this idea, so keeping Jamie and changing his affiliation to Amgen and adding Ilaria, please feel free to share.
Okay, thank you, Eva. Do you have questions, comments? If not,
sorry, there's a question.
PhD journalist.
Yeah, thank you for your explanation. I feel like this is a reasonable choice. Still, I want to ask, are there any alternatives to this choice? Yeah.
Eva, President, no, at the moment we only invited her because we believed she was the best choice from PGU, and we wanted to replace Jamie with someone from PGU to represent the same sector.
Okay, do we have any more comments or questions? If not, we will proceed to the motion. So I will read the motion. The motion states that the 56th EPSA General Assembly approves Ilaria Passarani as a member of the EPSA Board of Trustees 2018-2021. I open the floor for discussion on this motion. I close the floor for discussion on the technical. EPSA UK.
Sally, EPSA UK, please, 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 if you can turn off that first row because I'm like squinting.
Read the first row.
Switch off the first row of lights. You did that yesterday, it was very good. Thank you, and I'm really, really sorry.
Okay, so as I see no questions or comments, I will close for discussion on this motion and we will proceed to the voting. Oh, technical.
Yeah, Chair IPP, I know it's POT 2018-2021, but yeah, oh, it's still 2018. I'm sorry, yes. I made a mistake.
Like for another 2
We just wanted to talk, right?
Other way around, Anya? Okay, point of information, the lights needed to be shut down like all, okay? We cannot just switch the row.
Sorry.
So,
voting.
We'll proceed to the voting on the motion. So, anybody against? Any abstentions? The motion was carried unanimously. Technical, Eva?
Yes, Eva, President. So, yeah, we finished both of the points now. We still have time. We have two options. We either go to the financial updates or we start with the European Affairs Department, but only Marta is present, so if we go to the department, we will now take only her report and then proceed to the break and take Dylan and Kevin later. So I would ask you if you want to proceed with the financial documents to raise a green card, and if you want to proceed with the VP with the European Affairs Department to raise the red card. Okay, I see mostly green, so we'll proceed with the financial documents.
Under parliamentary, is Josephine here for the financial update? So then, would we need audit statement?
Some was just for updates. Just for updates. Like for updates, you don't need them. For reports, you do.
For financial documents.
You just need to. You have a split motion. Like everything.
We have motions for them, so they need to be.
You can update and then just take both of the motions.
Okay, so we will proceed with the financial update. Chris?
Okay, Chris, Treasurer. I presented everything to you during the ODE meeting and in the online financial meeting. So I will just take this moment to see if there's still any questions.
Okay, I have KMPSV.
Janine, KPSV, the Netherlands. First of all, I really like that we spoke about the financial documents and advantage because it makes the GA more efficient. But now I'd like the members that didn't, would like to ask the members from the member associations that didn't pay their membership fee, why they didn't pay, and then I would encourage them to pay it, like EPSA needs it and you should pay it.
Thank you, KMPSV. Any more? Okay, after Portugal.
Marta back Portugal. In regarding the debtors list, we would also like to encourage EPSA team members to pay this year.
Technical, Chris?
Yes, I get a few questions about the debtors list. The thing I would like to discuss now is the final financial report, 1st of August till 31st of July. The debtors list is a separate agenda point.
The financial report?
Motion for the anyone. I have ballots. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll proceed with voting. Just a second, guys, please.
Okay, Eva, President. So the audit committee is not present here and they would like to provide their feedback to the documents. So we'll have to vote on them in the next session because I believe Josephine will be able to be here then. But still we can provide a feedback on some of the other points since some others are that were not presented at the audit meeting yet.
Eva?
Eva, President. So point B, annual budget. We will have to vote on the annual budget now. This is a mistake from the previous GA because there was no motion to approve the annual budget then, so it was never approved. But the annual budget has to be approved, so we would ask you to vote on it in the next session, of course.
Okay. Chris?
Yeah, if we go to the creditors and debtors, so like you said, there are a few team members and a few associations that didn't pay yet. Will still go after everyone to try and get these people off the debtors list, like it's also stated in my plan of action. For the members present that have not paid, it's only EPSA at the moment, and they leave it up to them whether they want to respond to it or not.
Okay, I will have EPSA Ireland.
Simranjeet from EPSA. So the reason we haven't been active for the past 3 or 4 years, so we are looking at the accounts now, assessing our membership and our sponsorship. So probably paying back our debt is a priority list. We had a discussion with Chris yesterday, and when we return, that will be on our agenda.
Okay, thank you. Comment, question? No? Chris?
Yes, the executive will investigate a way to look into spreading the debt for EPSA, and we will explain that to the GA at a later moment. think we are at the review of the membership fees. So we have decided to keep the current calculation of the membership fees the same, like it's stated in Torso.
Comments or questions? I see none. So, Chris?
Okay, like I stated before, PHARMACEUTICAL paid off all their debt. The only thing they have to do now is to organize €3,000 in events for EPSA. And if that's done before the time, then the contract is finished.
Okay, I have Campus with the Netherlands.
Janine, Campus with the Netherlands. I was wondering if you have any insight if they have spent part of the money yet for the EPSA events.
No. No. Okay. EPSA Hungary?
Kinga EPSA Hungary, yes. In 2018 we organized a Twinet together with Anna France, and we are waiting for the grant for it, and if we get the grant we are going to organize another Twinet, maybe a Twinet, so we are still looking for partners.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments? I see none. A technical by Eva?
Yes, Eva, President. So then we're done with this point as well, except the voting on the actual motions, so to accept the reports. So my proposal then would be to now proceed to the break, since we have nothing else to take in at this point. After the break, we will first go through the financial documents for the motions, and then we will proceed with the European Affairs Department and Audit Committee. Yes, and an explanation for the next session. Also, the Internal Affairs Department was scheduled, but again, unfortunately, they cannot be here in the next session, so we'll take them tomorrow morning. And then, yes, Mariana.
I would kindly ask the scrutineers to start to collect the the voting cards. Please raise them high. Whoa. Please raise your voting cards high for the scrutineer to collect. Thank you.
Chris, Treasurer.
No.
Okay. Chris, Treasurer. So I want to ask the GA, after your voting cards are collected, to state your opinion whether you want your financial bundles still, or whether I can collect them and leave them, because we will vote on it afterwards. So do you still want the financial documents after this session or not?
Direct the PhDs. Just shout, please.
Yeah, Konstantin, PhD, since we will still hear the comment on the audit committee, I would still like to have the PhD.
I have collected 23 voting cards.
And I suspend the standing orders. Okay, there's a request to close all of the windows. Open all of the windows in the back, so we'll have fresh air. Yes, we will figure out the lights in the break.